So it feels like forever since I sat down and actually filmed a video for you guys in this fashion, in this format, in the message of the day. So it feels a little bizarre to get back in front of my computer and do it, but that does not matter. I had a funny thought the other day all about a swimming pool, and you'll see how this all ties in and how it really kind of like outlines what it's like to take your power back and how scary that can be. And as you know, in my practice, my focus when working with clients, with working with you specifically, is to support you in empowering yourself and taking back your power and starting to gain back all those pieces and aspects of yourself that you have given away to other people. So that is really, at the end of the day, the outcome you can expect. But that can be a little bit scary. Let's be real. It's almost like you're in this swimming pool and it feels nice to be in the shallow end. The world is perfect. The water is cool. You feel safe. You feel supported. Your head is above water. Everything is very familiar and everything is very much known. It feels nice to be in the shallow end. There's nothing scary about it. So long as you do not cross that threshold and you stay right in that shallow end, everything is fine. But here's the problem with staying in the shallow end. Staying in the shallow end keeps you small. It doesn't allow you to really spread your wings, to swim out, to venture out, to see what is beyond your comfort zone, to see what is possible if only you take the leap and venture out into the deep end. And I know the deep end seems scary, believe me, I understand. It's a lot darker over there. You can't really touch the bottom. You don't 100% know if you're going to float or sink or swim or what you're going to do over there. So you're like, man, maybe I'll just stay over here in that shallow end. And this is how we get stuck in cycles. This is how you have likely caught yourself stuck in a cycle, because even though you know you'd like to dip your toe over there in that deep end and you'd like to see what's over there, there is something so fear-inducing about actually taking those steps and doing that you're like, no, okay, even though I don't really want to stay in the confines of the shallow end anymore, I'm really ready to branch out. I've been in the shallow end for so long and it's so familiar that has just become habit now. And thinking about doing anything outside of that habit is really, really scary, because what if I go over to that deep end and I sink? What if I go over to that deep end and it's not what I expected it to be, and it's not as fun, and maybe I was having way more fun in the shallow end. I just didn't know because I thought the grass was greener on the other side, right? So there's a lot of unknowns and a lot of like big question marks that are over there in the deep end. And typically what happens anytime you consider and think about doing something different in your life at all, meaning venturing out of the shallow end, your internal landscape starts to ring the alarm bells, and all of a sudden it feels chaos. It feels like chaos within you, because you're like, what if things aren't exactly what I thought they were going to be over there, and I make a really, really big mistake? So then staying complacent and staying stuck ends up lasting a lot longer. But here's what I've learned through my own journey and through supporting other women and other clients and getting past this threshold. If you have the proper supports in place, if you have, a person that can walk that walk with you, that can be there hand in hand, acting like that safety net, acting like the floaties, like the water wings, you can branch off into that deep end and feel like you are completely supported. Or I guess in my case, perhaps I'm a lifeguard instead of a water wing. Anyways, I guess for me, in my role that I'm playing with the clients, I tend to be like more of a lifeguard or a life beacon, or, kind of like a shepherd, encouraging them to cross that threshold and experiment, see what the deep end holds. There might be a lot of really, really great stuff there, but you'll never ever know if you continue to play small and stay in the shallow end. If you continue to allow the habit of being yourself to continue to take charge, because that's really what it is. Everything that you're doing in your day-to-day life is a memorized set of patterns. You have memorized what it means to be you in this moment. And doing anything outside of that is going to be really, really scary and really terrifying. But I can promise you, if you can lean on your supports, if you can lean on your lifeguard, on your water wings, on your, if you can let other people know I'm going into the deep end and I'm feeling a little bit nervous, if you can lean on the resources that you have in your life, even if it's not potentially like a lifeguard or a coach or a counselor, but if you can, lean on, maybe you have specific podcasts that are really supportive, if you have a friend that's really supportive, if you can't take that leap just yet, or you're not ready to take that leap into to fully invest in the lifeguard, there are other supports around you that you can lean on so that you can start dipping your toe into the shallow or the deep end little by little and get yourself out of that, shallow area. You weren't meant to live in the shallow end. There's a whole pool ready for you to go out, to experiment with, to see if it's for you. But it requires you to have a little bit of bravery. It requires you to feel into that fear, because I'm telling you, the second you think about going over there, that deep end, the ego mind is going to be like, what in that God's name are you doing? What in the heck are you doing? Just stay here. It's safe here. Look at all this safety. This is perfect. But there is no growth and development that comes from playing safe, that comes from staying in the shallow end, because you are worth and you are meant for so much bigger. So if you're watching this and you are ready to bob over to the deep end and you're looking for a lifeguard, this is such a strange analogy, but I find analogies really, really effectively paint a picture, and I use them a lot in my practice because they allow you to see things in a different way, in a way that you hadn't really considered. But I'm telling you, the deep end is just as nice as the shallow end. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. And then once you get used to it, once you understand, okay, here's what's to expect over here. Here's how deep the water is. I can always hold on to the side. I can take it little by little. I don't have to dive right in off like the platform diving board. I can work my way in on the side. I can get in there slowly. If you realize that, and you know it doesn't have to be all or nothing, you can start making moves to get you there slowly but surely. But yeah, if you're looking for a lifeguard, my friend, if you're ready to go all in and you're ready to supercharge, taking your power back and empowering yourself and finally living a life that feels like it's defined by you as opposed to determined for you, I'm your gal. You can always reach out to me. Let's have a chat. Let's have a talk. I will give you a half an hour of my time so that we can discuss if this is the right fit for you. But with that, I'm going to go and get some coffee. Yeah, I haven't had coffee yet. Can you believe that? Probably like, really? But with that, I hope you are happy, healthy, and abundant. And of course, make it a great day. Make it a great day. Make it a great day. This is only appropriate. We're diving deep. We're going into the deep end. And I'm coming with you. I'll see you soon.